This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. You know when you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself? Talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
Sarah McLachlan is a 3-time Grammy winner, a 12-time Juno Award winner. She's in the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame and Canadian Music Hall of Fame, and she's in town for the TIFF world premiere of her Lilith Fair documentary. She's also out with a brand new album and will be going on tour and joins us now to tell us more. Welcome back to Toronto, Sarah.
Do you notice an instant vibe different when you come to Toronto? Because I know we're like mini New York. It's super fast-paced. Rat race is a term that gets overused. Do you immediately feel a different vibe walking around Toronto than back home in Vancouver?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, you're right. It's definitely faster paced. But, you know, I haven't spent a lot of time here for a long period of time. So I have a lot of really good friends here, which is really nice. So I love coming to Toronto.
Nice. It takes about 2 years to like it.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, age 2 is when you really started to embrace Toronto?
It's 2 years.
Is that right?
Everybody I've ever talked to who's moved from other parts of Canada here say, takes 2 years.
Are you both from Toronto?
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's our fault. We're the problem.
Well, no, it's your parents' fault.
Yeah, exactly.
It's them. You blame them
We
for
blame the
everything.
parents for everything.
JK, we love this city. Okay, let's talk about music. You got your first new album out in more than 10 years. I mean, that's pretty exciting.
It is very exciting. Yeah, I can't believe it's taken this long for it to come out because we've literally finished it in December. Well, maybe did a little bit of finishing in January, and it's like, oh, we have to wait till September. It's so hard, but it's all of a sudden it's upon us. So yeah, I'm really excited. I love this record so much.
It's like a baby. It took 9 months.
Yeah. A little longer than that because I think it took almost a year to record it.
Oh dear.
And then
okay.
we still had
Yeah.
to wait a while, but yeah.
You know, Better Broken is the name of the album. And this is exciting because your daughters actually sing with you on the record.
Yes.
So how did it feel to sort of share that creative space with them?
It was amazing. I mean, you know, they've always sort of held that part of my world at bay. Like they both have beautiful voices. They're both very musical, but they don't really share that with me. I hear them kind of singing in the back of the car along to the stuff on the radio, but they don't sing in full voice.
Oh,
and
really?
so to get them to do this was I thought was going to be a big feat. My eldest, who's 23 now, was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. And she sat beside me because we did it on my iPhone. It was kind of a last minute thing. And she just sang full voice to me into my iPhone, into my voice memos. Whereas my 18-year-old, when I told her, okay, it's time to do this, she's like, oh, you were serious? You want me to do this? So she's like, you can't be there. I'll give it to me. I'll go down to the studio and do it. But it was beautiful to hear their voices singing out loud because, like I said, it's always kind of in the background. It was a challenge to put them into the mix because they were unison with me, and actually we have some similar tonalities. So trying to get them to actually, be heard around me was a bit challenging, which, is probably why they don't do it in the first place now that I'm saying it out loud. But
yeah, and you just figured it out in real time.
I just figured that out, yeah.
Can you imagine how intimidating it would be to sing when your mom is Sarah McLachlan?
Yeah.
Like this is a dumb question, but is, like if two athletes have a kid or, it's like, this kid's going to be athletically gifted. Does singing get passed on? Does that?
Yes, I think, and that's the thing. They are singing gifted, whatever that same thing is. Yeah, they both have beautiful voices, like
Wow, okay.
naturally great pitch, good tone. So I was blown away when I heard them. I was like, oh, I just, to hear your babies singing. And just, to hear them singing the song, particular song that we were singing too, which is very much about women's rights and the erosion of women's rights here, well, everywhere, was just sort of this beautiful full circle thing.
Yeah, let's talk about some of the themes on the album and in the song. So resilience, embracing imperfection. So is there a song in particular that, is really close to your heart on this album?
Oh my gosh, all of them. I don't know. I mean, I think Gravity is really an important song for me because all these songs are like postcards of, times in my life where I needed an outlet. I mean, music writing is incredibly cathartic. It's like therapy for me. So whatever song you hear, it's going to be about me going through either a challenge or having something that I need to figure out. And music is always sort of the way through. And Gravity was about this really tough time in my life and my daughter's life where we came to this place where we weren't able to communicate with each other. And she went through a really tough time in university and came home a mess. And I couldn't reach her and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And so we ended up doing family systems counseling and, peeling back the layers of the onion. All this stuff comes out that, I thought I was a great communicator and I thought I was giving her all the things she needed. And turns out I, kind of was eating lemons as a parent. So I really, had to eat some humble pie and figure out, okay, what do I want here? I want a good relationship with my daughter. So how do I have to change the way I communicate with her because she's not hearing what I'm saying. She's not getting the love or the acceptance that I thought I was offering her. So yeah, it was really powerful and a tough time for me and definitely for her. But working through that, we have so much of a better relationship now. But that song is kind of, in the thick of it when you're just, you see your kids suffering and you can't help them. It's like this devastating feeling. There's that awful saying, you're only as happy as your saddest child.
Oh, I've never heard that before, but it makes a lot of sense.
It sucks, but it's so true.
It's so hard being a parent.
Pooja has...
It's a bit relentless.
Yeah.
You have kids?
I have kids.
2 3-year-olds.
And I keep being told that...
twins?
Yeah. And they're toddlers right now, but I keep hearing that every stage comes with its own challenge. And I think with every stage, you're just always sort of questioning, am I doing this right? Do I know what I'm doing? And, your intentions are good and pure.
For sure.
But as you just mentioned, it's finding your way.
Well, it's such an intimate dance, and every relationship is so different. And, I'm sure you'll find this with your twins. Like, even though, are they identical or fraternal?
Fraternal.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, so they may well have wildly different personalities.
Yeah.
I mean, even identical twins do. But, you kind of have to parent them differently.
Yeah.
Which presents its own set of challenges because they're like, that's not fair. You're so much easier on so-and-so. It's like, well, that's because, you're tough, man.
You're the more challenging child. Yes.
And then, there's a label. Can't do that.
No,
so, yeah,
no.
Like, I love you both the same. I always say, I say, you're my favorite firstborn. You're my favorite second. Because they always want to say, who's your favorite?
It's very diplomatic. What a very diplomatic
yes,
approach.
You have to be diplomatic.
You kind of
as a
have to be.
Yep.
I'm so glad you're here in Toronto. You're here for a number of things, including TIFF, which is really exciting because your film premieres this weekend.
This is a whole new world for me. Yeah, having a documentary film at TIFF, the Lilith doc, is I absolutely love it. I'm so proud of it. So I've got 2 things that I'm super excited and proud about all at once. As you said earlier, it's very efficient.
Yes, you're doing all the things at once. I mean, your
at
team
once.
is just, that's fantastic.
We
That's
are
a well-oiled
on it.
machine.
We are on it. Yeah.
Is there anything for TIFF that you're particularly excited about? Have you had any downtime to sort of soak in the TIFF vibe in the city or walk down King Street?
Literally got here last night.
Okay, so that's a no then.
Straight into, and I hit the ground running. I had a big fundraiser at my home for my free music schools on Saturday night. So my house was totally torn apart. So I had a house full of people for the last week and a half. And, we're hitting the ground running here, doing a ton of press and promotion. We've got TIFF on Saturday night, and then I head to New York because I've got a whole week of promotion there for the album release.
Wow.
Which is coming out September 19th. And then I go to the end of the month, and then I start rehearsing for the Canadian tour, the Fumbling Towards Sex's 30th Anniversary Tour, which was supposed to be last year.
Right.
Oh.
But I got sick.
How's your voice?
Well, it's a little hoarse early this morning, but generally it's back to normal.
It was laryngitis, correct?
Yeah, I got a wicked virus on top of a virus on top of my already done damage from the last tour, which I had steroids the whole time because I had done damage doing the starting the whole thing. So it was a bit of a perfect storm that I couldn't catch up with. And then getting another nasty cold last year was a really bad cold and flu season. And I lost my voice for 4 months.
Wow.
And then I did damage. I had to go on vocal rest. And it was kind of this winter was like this hoping that my voice came back, but I actually didn't know if it would. And so I didn't know how I'd be able to promote this record.
Wow.
What a scary proposition.
I mean, I've lost my voice on this show, so it doesn't compare to what you do.
Oh,
but
no, but
I know
it sucks. It's what you use your voice for your career. It's your job.
And that
if it doesn't
feeling
work,
of what if it never comes back? I mean, that must have just been horrifying.
Yeah, there were some rough moments for sure, but I just, try to stay positive and go, okay, no, I'm not done yet. I know I'm not done yet.
Thank goodness for
Turns
that.
out I'm not.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
So when it comes to Tiff and this film, you're a musician. What's it like seeing your story unfold on the big screen?
I'm not going to lie, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I've only seen it on my TV so far, so I haven't sat in the audience and watched it. But watching all the iterations, each time I'm just like, oh, that is so good. Oh, it pissed me off, or that there's so many emotions that come up with it. I think I didn't remember the intensity of it. I remember the joy. I remember that there was a lot of stuff that went on, and it was I remember feeling like it's just holding onto the tail of this rabid dog that you're just like, you're flinging along and everything's happening so fast, and you just have to, day by day, just get through it and enjoy the moments. And, I think that's articulated well, and also like more the joyful parts. And yeah, there was a lot of putting out of fires and a lot of managing a lot of things. And that was a very new thing for me to be sort of at the helm of this, a very sort of social and political thing that we just wanted to put on some fun shows and have a bunch of women hang out together. And I thought, won't this be great? Guys are having all these other things and we're not really represented, so let's just do it ourselves. I had no idea the power that this would take on and the life of its own that it would take on.
The Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
This podcast is sponsored by Talkspace. When you're really stressed or not feeling so great about your life or about yourself, talking to someone who understands can really help. But who is that person? How do you find them? Where do you even start? Talkspace. Talkspace makes it easy to get the support you need. With Talkspace, you can go online, answer a few questions about your preferences, and be matched with a therapist. And because you'll meet your therapist online, you don't have to take time off work or arrange childcare. You'll meet on your schedule, wherever you feel most at ease. If you're depressed, stressed, struggling with a relationship, or if you want some counseling for you and your partner, or just need a little extra one-on-one support, Talkspace is here for you. Plus, Talkspace works with most major insurers, and most insured members have a $0 copay. No insurance? No problem. Now get $80 off of your first month with promo code SPACE80 when you go to Talkspace.com. Match with a licensed therapist today at Talkspace.com. Save $80 with code SPACE80 at Talkspace.com.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep Podcast.
I think Lilith Fair was such a magical time and memorable time for so many people. A real visceral memory. If you could go back, I mean, you were front and center with it, but if you could go back as a fan, have you ever thought about, if you're just in the audience, like who you would most want to see or what part you'd most want to relive from a completely different perspective?
Sinead O'Connor.
Oh,
good answer.
Because
Good
she's
choice.
gone now. I watched that part and I remember, she was so shy, but also like she was so funny and getting to know her a little bit was really amazing because I was a massive, massive fan of hers. And, she was a bit of an enigma. So getting her to open up and just, be a normal, goofy 25-year-old or whatever she was at that age, or 26-year-old.
And that voice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Getting to sing with her was epic. Yeah.
oh, so cool. I mean, we know that Lilith Fair raised millions of dollars for women's charities. The story is being told on the screen for the first time. What are you hoping that generations are going to take away from it?
There's strength in numbers and there's strength in community, and women supporting women and lifting each other up instead of tearing each other down, I think is a really important message that we need these days, perhaps more than ever. I think that's an incredibly important message.
I mean, looking back on Lilith Fair now with hindsight, we can, see the effect it had on how women are perceived and viewed in the musical industry. But did you have any sense in real time as it was happening that, that you knew in the moment that this was changing things?
Did I know I was hopeful that it would. Yeah, and I think after the first year and the massive success of it, I thought, well, this has to kind of move the dial, because ultimately, if it's a financial thing, right? They're like, okay, here's our model. We do the safe thing so that we ensure that we make our money as promoters, as radio stations, whatever. But it's like, okay, so your model was you cannot play two women back to back on the radio. You cannot have two women on the same bill. People won't come. Well, we blew those notions and old school attitudes out of the water and proved them wrong. So it's like it had to shift things. Yeah. And I mean, I think it did. Music is very cyclical, and as is everything. And, I remember Lilith ending, and I kind of felt like the door slammed shut. It's like, okay, that was done. And now there's this sort of, boy band, girl band, bubblegum pop that kind of came forward. But all those relationships, the things that the building blocks that were built, I think remained there. And then just, there was a moment for something else. But I think there was a seismic shift for sure.
It's like fashion, right? In a way, cyclical. Everyone's wearing baggy 90s stuff again, right? So everything kind of just goes back.
Or the late 80s, which should have stayed in the late 80s.
Some things should stay where they are. Some things don't need to be relived.
I agree.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you've obviously inspired so many singers and songwriters. Is there someone you're watching right now, somebody that you're really like blown away by, maybe even inspired by your daughters, somebody you play on your playlist?
Chapel Roan.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I think she's fantastic and just unapologetic, and I love her energy.
When people hear the name Sarah McLachlan, what is the first thing you hope kind of comes to their mind when they close their eyes?
Oh God, I have no idea.
No? Too much? Is that
not something
too much for that question? I'll dial it back. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't know how to answer that.
Right. That's in the
I hope they like my music,
the...
I guess. I hope my music has helped them and lifted them in some way. I mean, I think I always, when I first heard Peter Gabriel when I was 16 years old, I had this epiphany of like, oh my gosh, I want to make music that makes other people feel the way this makes me feel. It was this just intense emotional release. And I think that's what music gives to me. And I think, if I can offer anything to the world, it's through my music, some comfort, some release, a salve for the craziness out there.
I mean, you have so many iconic songs. I'm sure people come up to you all the time. You probably hear from fans all the time. What are some of the things they say to you?
Well, a lot of it is thank you for giving me this music that I've been able to take into my life, and it's just helped me through some of my most challenging times. And that to me is, such a gift as an artist to hear that.
When you think about the emotion of your song, I mean, there's so many of your songs, I think, that can make people feel things, make people cry. I'm a pet lover. I've got a dog at home, and obviously the connection with Angel and the SPCA commercials that are on there. Has that? I wonder what kind of conversations when people come up to you on the street in Vancouver or wherever. Do people just start like telling you their pet stories?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I get the phone comes out. It's like, this is my 6th rescue. It's your fault.
So I shouldn't get out my phone and show you pictures of Coffee and Pooch then.
Absolutely can.
Okay, all right.
Absolutely can.
Did you realize in that moment, that it was going to have the impact that it did with that song?
I had no idea. No idea. That was just, I had a friend on the SPCA board, the BC SPCA, and she's like, hey, we're banding around this idea of having, a celebrity do a celebrity endorsement. Do you want to do that? I'm like, sure, I love animals. I've got a couple hours. We went into the studio and banged off that first commercial, and
wow.
I don't think any of us had any idea. Like, I think in the first couple years, there's like $30 million that was raised by that, because they always ask people why, what made you give? And they would always cite that commercial. So it worked like a hot damn.
You
Wow.
nailed it.
Yeah, yeah.
Dogs are just coming up to Sarah on the street and thanking her. Like, thank you very much. Okay, we want to do something fun, silly. I don't know how we would describe this.
Just real quick on the tour,
Yeah.
because that's big too, with Toronto date November 8th at Massey Hall, which is great.
Yes.
I love that all your 17 stops are all Canadian stops. Was that, by design? Why
Yeah, it
did
was
you
by
make that
design.
decision?
So I did the American leg first in the spring, and then was doing the Canadian leg in the fall. And because it was all outdoor amphitheaters in the States, and then this was small arenas in the fall. And then, of course, as I said, I fell sick, so I had to cancel the whole thing, which was just kind of devastating at the time for all sorts of reasons. But I'm so glad I was able to rebook it almost to the exact same date. So I have a little bit of PTSD about getting sick, but I'm sure I'll be fine.
Yeah, it's a month long.
You'll make
Pretty
up
much
for
hits. Pretty much hits all across Canada. And November 8th here at Massey Hall. There's no better concert venue in Toronto than Massey
I
Hall.
love playing Massey.
It's the best. As a fan, I've only been there. I've never been on stage, but as a fan, it's the acoustics, the intimacy. You
It's
feel like you're
super
right
intimate.
on top of the artist. It's,
Every seat is a good seat.
yeah, that's just it. And for someone who's 5'8", it's nice to not have to look around heads because it's so sloped, which is really good. Okay, we want to finish up with a famous Sarah's quiz. So we're gonna give you the clue, and you have to guess the famous Sarah.
There's a lot of Sarahs to choose from. I think you're going to do well. I think you're going to be fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you ready for the first
okay.
one?
And by the way,
see.
these are all, just to give you a hint, these are all Sarahs that spell it Sarah. There's no SARAs. We don't
Okay.
do SARAs in this game.
No.
Okay, here we go. This Sarah played Carrie Bradshaw on HBO and is also known for starring in Hocus Pocus.
Oh, Sarah Jessica Parker.
Nice. Oh, very good. Oh, we have a
She
dinger?
gets
Okay,
buzzed. Yeah,
that's good.
this is the sound we don't want to play for you. Okay. We spend a lot of money on these things.
Okay, we play a lot of games on this show. This Sarah became a 90s icon as Buffy and later married fellow actor Freddie Prinze Jr.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yes.
You're flying. Okay, you're 2 for 2 here. At worst, you're passing because it's 4 questions. So, this Sarah, I'm a math guy. This Sarah is a stand-up comedian and actress known for her sharp wit and fearless, sometimes offside humor.
Oh, Sarah. I see her face.
Think alliteration.
Long, dark hair.
Yep, you got
Yes,
it.
you know who she is.
Sarah.
Silverman.
Yes.
Thank you.
Very
So
good.
This last
Thanks
one,
for the
I'll-
assist.
This last one is the hardest. This last one might be. If you're going to miss one, it'll be the last.
This one, okay. This Sarah is a 3-time Grammy winner, 12-time Juno winner, and the reason why we're all here today.
Oh, well, I'd be pretty dumb if I missed that one. That's me.
100%. See, guys, that's how it's done on trivia. That's how we do it.
Thank you so much for your time.
My
Good luck
pleasure.
with the film, the tour, the album, all of it.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Oh, thanks so much. Happy to be here.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.